All right, let's dive in. We're about to go full on true crime today, uncovering a hidden drama that's unfolding in a place you probably think you know inside and out your own mouth.
Yeah, I know it sounds a little out there, but what if I told you there's a highly organized, and I mean highly organized, criminal syndicate operating in there right now? And no, this isn't some sci fi movie plot. This is very real. It's microbial reality.
So here's the thing. When we talk about the really bad cases of gum disease, it's not the work of some lone wolf bacterium. Oh no, it's a coordinated hit, a job pulled off by a notorious team. Researchers even have a name for this bacterial gang, the Red Complex. And this is where it gets really interesting, because they work together. It's all about synergy. You see, these bacteria are in a symbiotic relationship. One of them on its own, yeah, it's trouble. But when they all team up, they become so much more destructive.
Okay, so who exactly are the members of this microbial mafia? Well, it's time to open up the case file and meet our three prime suspects. Let's put some names to these microscopic faces, shall we?
All right, check out these profiles. It's like a lineup. We've got our main destroyer, our invader, and our protector. And just look at their different tools for the job. You've got this one that's a highly mobile spiral. I mean, that's just perfect for drilling, right? The others are stationary. The point is, each one has a very specific weapon and a very clear role. This is anything but random chaos. This is a well-oiled, coordinated attack force.
Okay, first up, every gang has a leader, right? Well, meet the undisputed boss, the most vicious of them all. Its scientific name is Porphyromonas gingivalis. Let's just call it PG for short. In our case file, this one is the boss.
So, what's the boss's MO? Well, its primary weapon is this nasty enzyme called gingipain. And get this, it uses it to literally dissolve the collagen that holds your gums together. But it's not just about brute force. This thing is a master manipulator. It actually hijacks your immune system to create constant inflammation. And the craziest part? It feeds on the iron from the bleeding it creates. Think about that. The more damage it does, the stronger it gets.
All right, on to suspect number 2. This one is Treponema denticola, or TD. And because of its very unique set of skills, we've given it a fitting nickname, the Invader.
I mean, just look at that shape. Its spiral body and incredible mobility let it act just like a biological drill. It literally corkscrews its way deep into your gum tissue, punching through your body's natural defenses. This is the advanced guard, the one that creates the paths for the rest of the gang to pour right in.
And you know, every boss needs some muscle, some protection. So to complete our trio, we have Tannerella forsythia, or TF. Think of this one as the syndicate's enforcer, the Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard's whole specialty is defense. Its surface is covered in this kind of crystalline protein armor. It's called an S-layer. This shield makes it incredibly tough for your immune cells to get a lock on it. So its job is simple: protect the crew and make sure their hideout stays strong and stable.
So there you have it. We've met the individual players. But the real story, the real danger, isn't what they do alone. It's how they work together to pull off the big heist, the total destruction of your gum tissue.
And where do they plan all this? Well, their base of operations is something called a biofilm. The best way to think of it is like a fortified city. It's this dense, slimy structure where the whole gang is protected. They can communicate, they can plan, and they can launch their attacks from safety. And trust me, it is so much harder to defeat them when they're bunkered down like this.
And their attack plan? It's simple, but man, is it effective. Step 1, breach. The invader drills a hole, taking down the first line of defense. Step 2, destroy. The boss moves in right behind it, using that enzyme weapon to cause as much chaos and inflammation as possible. And finally, step 3, protect. The Bodyguard comes in to shield the whole operation from your immune system's counterattack. Breach, destroy, protect. It's a textbook operation every single time. Okay, but this isn't just a story about your mouth. This isn't just about dental destruction. This is where our little crime thriller takes a really dark turn. Because this crime, it doesn't stay contained at the crime scene. Because the real terror, the reason we're even talking about this gang with this much urgency, is what happens when the gang gets out. When they escape. Through those inflamed, bleeding gums, these bacteria can slip right into your bloodstream. And just like that, a local problem becomes a national crisis for your entire body. And once they're on the run in your bloodstream, they go on a nationwide crime spree. They travel everywhere, and the evidence is piling up, linking them to some of the most serious health conditions out there. The boss's signature toxin, gingivalis, they found it in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. The constant inflammation the gang creates, that's linked to heart disease. And their chemical byproducts can even mess with your insulin, making things like diabetes much worse.
I know, this all sounds pretty terrifying. But listen, knowledge is power. The very first step in any defense plan is knowing exactly what you're up against. So let's talk about how you fight back. It's really simple. You can't fight an enemy you don't even know is there. So step one is just identification. We need to find out, are these specific criminals hiding out in your mouth?
And this right here is the key takeaway for this whole thing. You don't have to guess. There's a way to know for sure. A simple DNA test, a PCR test, just like the ones we've all become familiar with, is available at the dentist. It can specifically identify the DNA of this red complex gang.
So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. Knowing that there could be a criminal syndicate in your mouth that can travel from your gums all the way to your brain, doesn't that kind of change how you see the simple act of brushing your teeth, starting like tonight?
さて今日はですね、私たちの体の中に知らず知らずのうちに忍び寄るある脅威について深掘りしていきたいと思います。もしその脅威のひそ隠れがまさか私たちの口の中だとしたらどうしますか？
そう、もしですよ、あなたの体全体に害を及ぼす可能性のあるとんでもない悪役たちが実は口の中に潜んでいるとしたら、いやいやこれ SF 映画の話じゃないんですよ。今日ご紹介するのはまさにそんな恐ろしい存在なんです。そいつらの名前、それがレッドコンプレックス。これは特に重い歯周病を引き起こすめちゃくちゃ危険な3種類の細菌で構成されたまさに悪の3人組なんです。彼らの厄介なところは共生関係にあるってこと。つまり単独でいる時よりもこの3人でチームを組むことで何倍も何十倍も凶悪になるっていう特徴があるんですよ。
さあ、この悪の3人組、ちょっとメンバー紹介させてください。これがまたなかなかのくせ者揃いでしてね。まずリーダー格の PG 菌。こいつが親玉です。そして組織の奥深くまで潜り込んでいく、切り込み隊長みたいな TD 菌。最後にまるで忍者のように我々の免疫システムから巧みに身を隠す TF 菌。ね、それぞれが独特の形ととんでもない武器を持ってるのがわかりますよね。
じゃあまずこの親玉から見ていきましょうか。PG 菌ことポルフィロモナス・ジンジバリス。こいつははっきり言って組織破壊のスター選手です。このレッドコンプレックスが引き起こす悪理っていうのはほとんど全部この菌が黒幕だと言ってもいいくらいなんです。じゃあその武器は一体どんなものなのか。まず持っているのがこのジンジパインっていう強力な酵素。これで私たちの歯茎を支えているコラーゲンをもう情け容赦なく溶かしていくんですね。さらにこいつが本当にずる賢いのは私たちの体の免疫システムをハッキングしてわざと弱い炎症がずーっと続くように仕掛けることなんです。で、極めつけは自分で出血させておいてその血に含まれる鉄分をごくごく飲んでさらにパワーアップしていく。自分で餌状を作ってるようなもんですよ。厄介ですよね。でもどんな強力なリーダーにもやっぱり優秀な右腕左腕が必要ですよね。そう、残りの2人の出番です。この2人のコンビネーションがまた見事なんですよ。片や侵入者の TD 菌。こいつはまるでコルク抜きみたいに自分の体を回転させながら組織の奥へ奥へとドリルみたいに突き進んでいくんです。他の菌たちのために道を開けてやる。いわば切り込み隊長ですね。で、もう一方がボディーガードの TF 菌。こいつは S 層っていうもう鉄壁の鎧を身にまとっていて、我々の免疫細胞が攻撃してきてもそれを全部ブロックしちゃう。攻めの TD 菌と守りの TF 菌。いやー、完璧なチームプレーですよね。でも話は口の中だけでは終わらないんです。ここからが本当に怖いところ。もしこの最強の3人組が口の中から外の世界へ、つまり体の中に脱走してしまったら一体何が起こると思いますか？彼らの脱出計画、これがまた実によくできてるんです。ステップは3つ。まず歯茎の奥にある居心地のいい歯周ポケットで仲間をどんどん増やす大増殖です。次に
炎症で弱った歯茎の血管からひょいっと血流に乗り移る、これが侵入ですね。そして最後はその血流という高速道路を使って全身へ。旅をしながら行く先々で炎症っていう、小さな火事を起こしていくわけです。
で、この口から飛び出した彼らがどれだけ恐ろしいことをするか。例えばですね、アルツハイマー病。なんと、患者さんの脳からあのリーダーである PG 菌が持っていた酵素、ジンジパインが見つかってるんですよ。脳にまで到達してるってことですよね。それから、心臓病。血管の中で炎症を起こすことで血の塊、つまり血栓ができやすくなってリスクがぐっと上がる。さらに、糖尿病とも関係が深い。彼らが作り出す炎症物質がインスリンの働きを邪魔しちゃうんで、血糖値のコントロールがすごく難しくなるんです。口の中だけの問題じゃ全くないってことがわかりますよね。
と、ここまで聞くと、もうどうしようもないじゃないかって思うかもしれません。でも、大丈夫です。希望はあります。この見えない敵、ちゃんと見つけ出す方法があるんですよ。その方法というのが、歯医者さんで受けられる PCR 検査なんです。PCR 検査と同じ仕組みですね。唾液なんかを使って簡単に DNA を調べることができるんです。これで、危険な3人組があなたの口の中にいるかどうか、もうピンポイントで正確に分かっちゃうんです。まずは敵を知る。それが対策の第一歩ですからね。よく健康は口からなんて言いますけど、今日の話を聞くと、それってもしかしたら私たちが思っている以上に深い意味があるのかもしれないですよね。あなたの健康は本当にこの口の中から始まっているのかもしれません。